सर मैं आपके लिए सैंडविचेस नहीं बना सकता because I am a feminist.
Scroll through hashtags trending on Twitter any day of the week and you'll find that there's one thing robbing internet trolls of their sleep. A monster called feminism. And it's not just men's rights activists who shudder at the F word. Indian women who are prominent in the public sphere frequently shy away from identifying as feminists.
Feminism has become such an overused, overabused term. Yeah.
In most Bollywood movies, women are glorified for adhering to patriarchal gender norms, and those who rebel against them are usually punished or mocked. Now, every time a film with outspokenly feminist themes is released, it's met with a massive outpouring of hatred. This kind of response to feminism in India is not new. Scholars have found that from the 70s and 80s, feminists have been labeled as man-hating, ambitious, egocentric, individualistic, westernized careerist lot who are destroying Indian culture. But if feminism is a Western thing, you'd assume that men in those countries would be okay with it, right? Not quite. There too, it is seen as a cancer striving to destroy the institution of the family and the social fabric at large, threatening Western masculinity and civilization in the process. Anti-feminist rhetoric is closely associated with other extremist but popular ideologies like white supremacy, which advocate for the white man's rights, spreading the idea that his position in society is in danger because of marginalized communities questioning oppressive practices. In fact, ironically, these groups have a perverse admiration for gender dynamics in the East because cultural traditions here accord women far lesser freedom and sexual autonomy. So clearly, this hatred for feminism is common across cultures and contexts. So where exactly does it come from? Scholars have pointed out that backlash to feminism stems above all from a sense of aggrieved entitlement, which is when dominant groups feel threatened by challenges to their privilege. Men begin to associate the loss of that privilege with a sense of victimization, which prompts feeling of humiliation and emasculation, making them think that they are in crisis. But it's not just men. By questioning the gender hierarchies that are at the core of society and family currently, feminism poses a threat to every person who benefits from those structures. People find ways to demonize and ridicule feminists, to dismiss them as extremist or disruptive, in order to prevent us from engaging with the arguments that feminists make. When people say they don't believe in feminism but in gender equality, a comment which makes no sense given that they mean the exact same thing, that shows just how successfully the word feminism has been demonized. Of course, that is not to say that all feminists or feminism is perfect. Feminism needs to be criticized, as it often is, to make it better and more inclusive. But there is a huge difference between offering constructive criticism and dismissing feminism altogether. Feminism has been responsible for women getting the right to vote and education, being able to earn, and living or at least striving to live freely without the fear of abuse and violence within and outside our homes. So the next time someone tells you not to be such a feminist killjoy, tell them that women wouldn't have had much joy in the first place if it weren't for feminism. That's it for our latest video in the Overthinking It series. If you enjoy overthinking with us, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the Swaddle, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you stay updated.